Julia, and I'm going to be doing a story time on how I was SA'd by my tattoo artist. Okay, so for the record, I went by myself.
People and telling people that they are lying when they are really telling the truth.
My name is Tay Jeffries. I just want to come on here and clear my name. I am.
Okay, I'm coming here to do a part two because some of y'all just don't seem to understand. Okay, so for one, let's start there. I called the...
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Huh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just...
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. Why are all the strange things always happening in New Orleans? Now this right here, this young lady basically came out and tell her story about how she went to go get a tattoo done and the tattoo artist tried to do the unthinkable to her.
My name is Julia, and I'm going to be doing a story time on how I was SA'd by my tattoo artist. Okay, so for the record, I went by myself. I had a tattoo appointment in New Orleans. 3 o'clock yesterday. That's what time my appointment was for. He was a little late or whatever, but he had came like 30 minutes later or whatever. Mind you, I went to his house. He said he had another shop, but it was further than his house. I just went to the closest one, which was his house. Okay, mind you, this is not my first time going by myself to get a tattoo. This is my first time going to him. We followed each other on Instagram for a while, but I thought he was like a cool person or whatever. Like, he seemed like cool, he seemed really cool. Okay. So I had on this brown two-piece set. Y'all know those Target two-piece sets or whatever. So it was shorts and a shirt. Mind you, the tattoo that I got is on my leg, but the area is only right here. I have work done up here, but he wasn't working on that. So, however, he ended up telling me, like, pull up my shorts on the side. So I pulled my shorts up on the side, but, like, I guess I didn't pull it up enough. So he wanted to roll them up. So, like, he rolled it into my underwear. So now it's like I have on, like, a swimsuit. That's what my shorts are looking like on both sides, both legs. My shorts are rolled up. Okay, and so he put paper towels in, like, the creases of my shorts or whatever. So I'm thinking maybe he didn't want the ink to get on me or whatever. I'm not sure because I do have a tattoo, like, on the back side. Okay, so I'm on the table, the tattoo table. And the first red flag was he pulled the table down, like, pulled it down to where, like, I'm almost on the floor. And he pulled his seat down, but his legs wasn't under the table. His legs was, like, leveled with the table. So it's like, your knees are going to be on my back if you do my tattoo, right? Okay. So as he's doing that or whatever, he's doing my tattoo, I'm kind of feeling uncomfortable. So I text my friend, I'm like, I think his private area is on my back or whatever. But I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. So a couple minutes go by, and then he started, like, using my other leg and, like, twisting, like, pulling open my shorts. And, like, he would set his, what, right there. And so I would, like, scoot over. Mind you, I'm by myself. I'm in New Orleans. I'm in his house. If you know, then you know. Like, I don't know what to do at this point. So, like, I don't want to text anybody. Well, I don't want to call anybody and tell them to come get me. Or, come. And I don't know what type of stage of mind he's in. Mind you, you pulling in, so it's no telling, like, what you're really capable of. So, the whole time, he's, like, steady doing that. Every time I scoot over, he'll pull me back or, like, literally grab me and turn me. And it's like I'm sitting on his lap. Like, I'm literally basically laying on his lap. And I'm like, I'm finna fall. He's like, no, you're fine. I'm like, okay. So, like, I'm just ready for it to be over. So I'm literally texting everybody. I didn't got on the phone. I'm calling everybody. I'm like, I'm trying to play it off like, yeah, I gotta go. And he's still not stopping. It's not phasing him. None whatsoever. And he's still opening up my pants, my shorts, and sticking his right there. And so this happened the whole time. I was there from 3 o'clock all the way up until 9, 10 o'clock. And he would not stop. And so around like 9 o'clock, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. I got work in the morning, this, that, and the third. And so he's like, oh, well, let me just draw out what I'm gonna finish later. So that was a whole another like 30 minutes. And I'm just like, you're not done yet? Like, I'm just trying to get out of here safely without being, So he wouldn't stop. He would not stop at all. And I just came on here to tell my story because I feel like he's done it to other people because I don't know you from a can of paint. And you just did that. And then on top of that, he sent me my money back. That's how you know you're guilty of something. Like, I didn't say anything. I played it so cool. When I got in the car, I cried because I know this didn't happen to somebody before. And it's like, why would you even like do anything like that? Like, that's so weird. He never gave off that vibe or anything, but it's like, you don't know nowadays. And that's why you literally, if you're going somewhere, guys, go with somebody. Don't be like me. Do not be like me. Like, seriously. It's like the whole time he's literally pulling open. This is my clothes. He's pulling it to the side and he's sticking his thing right there. And even like if he'll turn around and like get something off the table, he'll literally still have it in there. He'll be like this and keep it in there, and he'll just turn around like this. And I'm just like, I'm literally shaking on the table. Like, I'm so ready to go. I'm irritated. I'm scared for my life. I didn't know what to. And I feel like if I called the police, he was gonna kill me.
They have a young lady on TikTok that is telling her story what happened between her and a tattoo artist, okay? Now, first thing, she didn't go to the shop. She did go to his house. And I know a lot of people in the comments saying, well, why would she go to his house? That should have been the first red flag. Listen, sometimes we young, and sometimes even when we older, we do let our guards down and not thinking that something like that was about to happen. The baby just wanted a tattoo. And we have to stop denying people and telling people that they are lying when they are really telling the truth. I'm pretty sure she is not the only one. And they do have another lady that has came forward and telling her story what happened with a tattoo artist when she was getting a tattoo. Okay? Now, I don't think it happened with the same person that it happened with her, but she also telling, yes, this is what some tattoo artists do. So I don't feel that she has no reason to lie. She could have been scared for her life. They was like, well, why you just didn't leave, or why you didn't, such and such, such and such, you know what I'm saying? And it's easy said than done. This baby probably thinking, I'm in this house. I could be about to lose, my life. Nobody might not never see me again. He might do this to me. If he's doing that to her, I'm pretty sure she was scared he was about to do something else to her to cover up what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry that happened to her. And again, we got to stop thinking that people are not keeping it real and telling the truth. It is what it is. I don't know if she pressed charges. If y'all haven't saw the story, it's worth going, look at and dig into, okay? And y'all be careful going to people's houses. But still in all, I know she shouldn't have went to his house, but that still shouldn't have happened to her. Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed, J-Lo. Stay safe.
So yeah, I want to speak on that situation with the girl who went to the New Orleans tattoo artist and had got a tattoo by the dude, and he essayed her or whatever. I just saw her TikTok, and it's just like, it's nothing that pisses me off more than a motherfucker who think they know somebody's life. Like, even when people putting their stories out there, for you bitches who be in the comments telling people they lying and carrying on, like, that shit is not okay. Cause motherfuckers, it's like y'all wanna know somebody's life so bad. Like, this person telling you what the fuck they been through, and y'all sitting here talking about, oh, she lying, or she this and she that. Like, you never know what the fuck you would do until you been in that situation. Like, that shit could have triggered that girl. Like, that shit could have made her feel away. And then on top of that, she in his house. Like, it's always the bitches, oh, I would have did this. I would have, like, you bitch, you wouldn't have did nothing with your. And it's just coming from a girl who been through some shit. Like, y'all bitches don't be knowing, like, what people go through. Like, and y'all be sitting here trying to tear people down. Like, that shit is not okay. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Okay, I was over-exaggerating. Things like this doesn't just happen in New Orleans. And New Orleans is one of my favorite places to visit. I've only been there one time, but I plan on visiting more because I love it. I love it over there. But anyways, just like what this young lady said, I do get where people are coming from about, she should have left the house sooner. Also, she should have never went to someone's house that you really don't know like that to get tattoos done, But in my opinion, this is just how I feel about it, right? Excuse me. But also, I understand what she means, because you could tell from her talking in the video, she's a very pretty girl. And she's saying that there was 2 men in that house. A lot of time you go to houses, like, for example, I remember I was seeing this man and I went to his house and I felt uncomfortable. But it was kind of weird because, there was nothing that was happening for me to feel uncomfortable, but I also didn't know what to say to him to leave the house. It was just weird. But maybe she was put in a position where she was uncomfortable to say something.
Okay, I'm coming here to do a part two because some of y'all just don't seem to understand. Okay, so for one, let's start there. I called the police. The police was called after I left. Okay? I called the police. I did a report. I gave my statement. She said she was going to get the statement from him and get back with me. I haven't heard nothing. Okay? I called the police. I didn't just not tell the police and tell y'all. I called the police. Let's start there. For two, y'all saying, oh, why you didn't just get up and leave, da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. I'm 5'2", 128 pounds. I'm not finna fight this man. He's crazy enough to do this. There's no telling what he's capable of. Mind you, it's me, him, and his brother. His brother is somewhere in the house. So 2 men against 1. I'm way in New Orleans. His house was an hour away from where I live. If I call anybody, I'm still in the inside of his house. So how am I going to get out safely and get on the outside wherever safety is at? For 3, everyone that's not understanding how I was laying on my side. I dropped a picture in the last video. I put it in the comments so you guys can see. My shorts were rolled all the way up. Hold on. Okay, so I already had this tattoo. This is the tattoo that I already had. I already had this fish tattoo. The only thing that he did was this flower and this flower right here and these waves. My shorts did not have to be all the way up like this as they were. When I asked him, you know, like, why did you have them up or whatever, it was, oh, he's just trying to see how the tattoo was going to flow. Okay, the whole time I kept feeling uncomfortable. I'm scooting over it like to get in the middle of the table. I'm pulling down my shorts, and he's constantly pulling them up into my drawers, rolling them up, and like saying he needs me in this position so he can do the tattoo. Once again, I told the police. I told them. I still haven't heard back from them, but I told them. I came on here to tell you guys the story because I feel like I needed to get the story out there because there's no way that he only did this to me. And oh and behold, he did this to many other people, and nobody has ever said anything. I'm the only person that actually went to the police. I came over here to tell my story. That's all. I didn't ask for y'all help. None of that. I came over here to tell my story about the situation and raise awareness. That's it. That's all.
Y'all.
Now, when I say I went to this man's house, we were actually seeing each other for months, and I kept dodging the question about going to his house. So he would, we'd make plans, and then the last minute I would change my mind about going to his house, right? But finally, and I think we were seeing each other for at least 4 months when I finally went to his house. And everything was fine when we're out and everything. But when we got to his house, it's almost as though, like, I felt strange. I felt creeped out. I felt weird because just, the way he was acting, it's almost as if like he knew he was in his element, like he knew he was in his house, that he literally let his guard down and started being his true self. And to me, it made me feel weird. And that's one of the reasons why I never went back to his house, because I'm like, why do I feel this way about this man, even though he seems like a sweet guy when we are out and about, So anyways, I say all that to say this, not to blame this young lady for what happened to her, because she did not deserve what happened to her, because this man, as a tattoo artist, I'm trusting you to be a professional person to do the work properly, but he was doing that to her. And also, just like she said, he seems very comfortable doing that, which also lets her know that he's been doing this to multiple people, because you're way too comfortable with doing that without even thinking. What do you assume, that she was going to just be turned on and just slip your thing inside? What? Like, what? Are people just doing that now? Like, for example, have you guys seen the video of this man who's basically always feeding people grapes and everything? I always find it to be so cringe, like so overly sexual, like, but this is all in my opinion. So overly sexual to the point where, like, why are you doing all of this on camera to be posted to millions of people? Because it's just give off too much. Like, it's giving very thirsty and trying too much, right? But in my opinion, it has this undertone of sexual energy to it, where, for example, I wouldn't be surprised if a story came out where this man was invited to someone's birthday party or a bachelorette to feed them grapes, and all of a sudden something happened where the man ended up staying after party, and something happened because the girl just fell in love, because she all of a sudden got turned on by the way he's so seductive and so sensual and sexual and all that stuff 24/7, like all of that. But anyway, I saw all that to say this: I wouldn't be surprised if later on I hear stories about this same man who's feeding people grapes end up maybe sleeping with someone's wife or something because the wife fell in love with him or whatever. But he might be trying, if that's his pattern, if he end up doing that. Not saying that he is, right? It's just, that's the thing that I see once in a while, because I'm like, why are people so overly sexual to hire this man to feed them grapes naked, and greasy, feeding them grapes, although maybe they find it to be so cute and stuff, but I wouldn't be posting that on social media. To me, it's just tacky and classless and all that stuff. But hey, if it's something that you love, if you like it, I love it for you, but I just wouldn't be doing that. But in my opinion, if something were to happen where he actually had an experience and he basically slept with his clients, an example, right? And then he went to another party and decided to pull the same move on a new person, and that person feel uncomfortable, but he seems so comfortable with it, you would think, well, maybe this man has been going to parties and these things have happened at the end of the night after they've done get fed by this greasy man who's feeding them grapes and everything, putting stuff in their mouth. It's like they're catching the, it's like, it always gives cringe. But yeah, so if something like that happened and he tried to make a move on you after you done hire him for a job and he did the job, and all of a sudden now he's so comfortable because all of his other clients, majority, quote unquote, because we don't know, this is just like something I'm making up in my head, right? Just so you can see where I'm coming from. majority of his clients allow this to happen to him. He becomes so comfortable with it. Now he's making a move on you. You will feel uncomfortable, but you also will be like, this man is too comfortable with what he's doing for him to even try to grab my butt, you know, because he think that me paying him to feed me grapes is basically allowing him to say, hey, you know, if you're giving it, I will take it type stuff, because I find you to be hot type stuff. You think for a second like, well, this man, the way he's making his moves, it seems like he's been doing this for a long time to many people, and he just assumed that everybody's the same, you know. So that's how I feel about this little girl. Not little girl, I'm sure she's not young, like she's not 16, right? I don't know, maybe, but she does look young. I'm sure that when that happened to her, that is the reason why she told her story, because she felt like it happened to multiple people, because she was way too comfortable doing that with that, you know, thinking that I'm going to feel uncomfortable about it. Maybe his audience, his target audience are young black girls who maybe have allowed him, God forbid, maybe they also felt like they couldn't get out of the situation, so they just allow it to happen just because, you know, it's easier to do that than to fight back, especially when there's other people in the house and this man is like a tower over you and you're too small to you know, to fight back. Or he probably pick his big victims based on how they are, their size, their, you know, their ethnicity and all that. But it seems like this man has a plan, like he has some sort of strategy on how he does it, because it's almost as though he kind of just slide into it, you know, no pun intended. Like you kind of just start off by moving you on this side, saying, oh, this is how I can get the angle, and then pulling your dress shortly, softly, and then, you know, I'm trying to paint a picture here. And then all of a sudden just take his thing and just lay it on the table. Just lay it on the table. And he's just assuming that you'll be so hot in the pants and wanting to do it and just accepting any and everybody. You'd be like, oh, you know, oh, I accidentally touched my, and all of a sudden, oh, I accidentally fell inside. What? Am I not paying you to do a job, sir? What do you mean? Like, how many people have you been doing this to? But now we have a young man who have come out to address it, because he's saying that people are flooding his comment section about this story that this young lady have told. And now, yes, it is a story because we don't know how true it is, because people do make up stories all the time. But this is a pretty serious story. Like, what do you mean, sir? I'm getting tattooed. I'm paying you for a job and you're sliding your peen next to me so I can feel you. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Right? So let's get into it. Let's listen to what this man have to say, because he's here to say whatever it is, maybe say that she's lying or clearing his name, but let's get into that part.
I am located in Charlotte, North Carolina, not in New Orleans where that incident occurred. My heart go out to you, Jalea. Should none of that be happening in this profession. Everything should be kept professional. Y'all doing the right thing by flooding comments. Just flood the right comments. Don't flood my comments, you feel me? Because I'm not on none of that. I don't condone none of that at all. Consent is the sexiest shit ever. I tattoo a solitary ink. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. TikTok, my name is One Inkheads. Not Ink by Herbo or none of that weird shit. Ink by Inkheads with an E, none of that. It's an LLC. This shit is legally legit. Like, I ain't changing my name. I'm not doing none of that crazy shit because some other man did some weird shit. And y'all doing the right thing by spreading awareness and flooding comments. Just flood the right comments, you feel me? Because we don't do none of that over here. I got a good relationship with my female and male clients, you know what I'm saying? We keep shit real professional, real P. I respect everybody. Just make sure y'all have the right information, you feel me? Because I've been getting some crazy shit. I woke up to some wild shit. I'm trying to figure out why my TikTok going crazy, why my Instagram going crazy. Y'all doing the right thing, just, you know what I'm saying? Wrong person, wrong fucking person. Hope y'all really hearing what I'm saying and stop flooding my comments with the negative shit, because I don't need people having that negative perception on me. We just gonna have to get Buddy up out of here. We gotta stop tagging, doing what we're doing, because that shit's sick at the end of the day. Consent is the sexiest thing you could do, to be honest. Like, that's what we support here. Consent, consent, consent. So we ain't on none of that weird shit, bro. But if you want to check me out, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I do tattoo a solitary ink. My Instagram page is _inkheads with a Z. And then my TikTok is One Inkheads. Nobody should be doing shit like that, period. I don't condone none of that shit, period. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing the right thing by flooding comments. Just flood the right ones, man. Because that shit had me bored. Because I don't even support nothing like that. I'll be in the comments with y'all putting Buddy down.
Like I say, we're going to touch up some stuff on this book. So in this book is called Spell of Abundance, Love, Wealth, and Protection. So in this book, on the first page, actually, I have a glamour affirmation that you will basically say, you stand in front of the mirror and you stare at yourself and you admire yourself, and you will say to yourself how beautiful you are. You'll basically seal this your beauty, like your glam, after you've done your makeup, or even stand in front of the mirror naked with nothing on, so you can really reaffirm yourself of your beauty, of your confidence, and all that. This book is mainly for like self-confidence and self-elevation, you know, calling the goddess in you, calling the divinity in you, you know, calling the beauty in you. And also work with the moon, because the moon represents the woman, the mother, womb, water, all of this. So yeah, I have all the steps in here of all the spells that you need to do. It even has one to get rid of unwanted guests. It's pretty funny. To get rid of unwanted guests. And this book right here, right? So I'm gonna run down real quick of all the materials that you're going to need. You will need a brand new broom. It has to be brand new. And you'll need a piece of parchment paper, a black pen, a black trash bag, because we're going to get rid of this sucker, right? And of course your intentions. And also I have spells on here that you can say. I have daily affirmations. And also I have spells on here that you can do every single day to work with the energy of the planets of the day, and also the archangels that work with the day. So anyways, there's so many spells. There's a 7-day manifestation spell with archangels. And let's see. A 30-day money spell with bay leaves and the Fihu sign, which is a money sign. It's like an F with that extra part. Anyways, the symbol is there, and I even show you like what you need to do, what the sigil look like, all that. And the keys to enhance your spell. So there are different things on here on how to enhance your spell, and basically grow your finance, grow your love, self-love, self-admiration, chance to say to yourself to give you that extra energy to go about your day. And also tips to enhance your spell. Oh, I already said this. And morning coffee abundance prosperity spell. You guys remember I just shared a video about morning coffee and how important it is when it comes to hoodoo, and how you can basically use your first cup of coffee in the morning to manifest a better life or a better day, or to bring forth money to you. So don't let, you know, you're already doing these things anyway, so you might as well just incorporate something a little bit extra to basically boost your thing. And here's to influence your boss spell. So this one, I'm sure people who are actually working are going to love this. It's to influence your boss and attract favors towards you at work. Because look, in this economy, we're all working and we need some boost at work, and we also sometimes need to be tied to our job, so therefore you don't get fired. You know what I mean? So there's some stuff that you could do to basically tie yourself to your job, and or tie the job to you. And once you're done and you're all tired of that job, you can get rid of it. It's not something that's completely permanent, but use magic, guys. It's here for you to use. You have the herbs in your closet, you have the herbs in your pantry, you have the candles that you could just simply buy some candles super cheap. Use magic to elevate your life. Use magic to make yourself better. Let me tell you, Jesus was out here using magic, okay? Walking on water and stuff and turning water into wine. Sounds like magic to me. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.